She made it to the restaurant. She texted Zara. Zara was already there. And for a second, everything felt normal. Then Zara told her Christian had just texted. They were almost there. And just like that, the nerves came back for Trina. Standing there beside her friend, part of her wanted to leave. She was already wishing she had never agreed to this double date. But before she could change her mind, they arrived. And then it happened. There was something in his expression, a look she couldn't ignore. So she turned away, pretending she hadn't seen it. And some introductions say more than words. Trina knew Zay didn't like her. She could see it on his face. Zara introduced her. Trina offered a polite smile, but the moment already felt off. Moments later, they made their way inside. And just like that, the night continued. They settled into their seats as the menus were passed around, and Trina quickly grabbed hers, anything to distract herself. Trina glanced over, watching as Christian gently tucked a strand of Zara's hair behind her ear, and for a moment, she found herself wondering what it felt like to receive that kind of attention. Trina had made up her mind. She was finally going to speak to Zay. She opened her mouth, ready to say something, but the words never came. Embarrassed, she let out a small, quiet laugh to herself. Just then, the waiter arrived, setting their food down in front of them. But Trina had already lost her appetite. The weight of her date's attitude had finally become too much. She leaned in, quietly telling Zara she was heading to the restroom, then reached for her purse and stood, ready to step away. When Trina reached the restroom, she gently pushed the door open and stepped inside. Zara saw it immediately. Something wasn't right with Trina. She stood to follow her, but Christian gently grabbed her arm to stop her. She told him she was going to check on her friend. He opened his mouth, almost calling her friend ugly as he brushed it off, but caught himself at the last second. Zara heard enough. Her expression hardened, irritation settling in. Still, she forced a small smile, assuring him she'd be back before turning and walking away. Zara found Trina in the bathroom, standing by the sink. She walked over to her, immediately noticing the tears. Trina had been crying. Without hesitation, she pulled her into a hug and gently asked what was wrong. Trina looked up at her through tear-filled eyes. "I could see it on his face, Zara. Zay thought I was ugly." Hearing those words broke Zara's heart. She held her friend a little tighter, reminding her not to let anyone make her feel worthless, that she wasn't worthless, she was worthy. And hearing those words, even through the pain, made Trina feel just a little bit better. They left the restaurant together, the night behind them, no longer giving their dates another thought. When Trina made it home, she set her purse down on the dresser and slowly walked over to her bedroom mirror. For a moment, she just stood there, staring at her reflection. Zara's words echoed softly in her mind. You're worthy, not worthless. She searched her own eyes, as if trying to believe it, trying to see what her friend saw in her. A tear slipped down her cheek, quiet and uninvited. Her gaze faltered. She looked away from the mirror, the weight of the moment settling in, and after a pause, she turned and slowly walked away. Trina quietly changed into her nightgown, the silence of her room wrapping around her. She walked over to her bed, sat down, and pulled out her diary and pencil, and she began to write. Sometimes, one look can stay with you longer than it should. And tonight, I felt it. For a moment, I let it make me question myself. But I'm learning that someone else's opinion doesn't define my worth. And at 22, I'm learning something important. Don't allow anyone to make you feel less than who you are.